Okay, so I've just got off the phone with Amal, or Amal, as it should be said, but if you're of my age, you say Amal. Why? Why? Because when I was younger, you had no one to tell you how to pronounce things. So as it was, it could have been Amal, could have been Amal, and we all called them Amals. And Amal Carb, Amal, not Amal, Amal, rather than Amal. Because we didn't have the internet and stuff, and so we just saw that we just called them animals. So I just got off the phone with Berlin Fuel System or Amel Carbs, and had a long chat with him. Turns out that these should be 4 cutaways to throttle slide, but mine are actually 3. I've actually already gone down 2 sizes, so they're already very rich. So we ummed and ahed, and so what he suggested was, because they're very good at that company, that they're very good at giving advice and stuff, and he said to try changing the needle jet, because the needles are at their richest. Now the clip should be on the top, they should be on the top groove, and it's actually on the bottom groove, which is what we came to when I did it on the rolling road. It came out that we needed to move the clip when it's now at its richest, but it's still not quite rich enough. So what it suggested is that I change the needle jet, which is so inside the. So I'm going to take these float chambers off now, and inside here you've got the main jet, and at the other end of the main jet you've got the needle jet. And I don't think I've ever changed the needle jets on here. So he said he thought the best thing to try was to change the needle jet. That from the symptoms that I described, he thought that might be the one. So we'll give that a go. So I'm taking the float chambers off, and so we can get to the needle jet. I've ordered a new needle jet. I've ordered a larger needle jet, so that will increase the flow of fuel. And we'll see how we go from there. So I didn't order new carburetor gaskets. Sometimes these break when you take them off, because if one bit sticks to the top and one bit sticks to the bottom. No, that's good. The gasket's all stuck to the float chamber. That's okay. So here we have the needle jet and the main jet. Right. Yeah. So I've got standard main. This is, sorry, we're on camera. Yeah. This is the standard main jet. And I've got these are 160 main jets. And I've got 106 these are 106 needle jet. So this is the jet that the needle from the carb, get it on camera, that's what the needle goes into. And obviously the height of the needle affects how much petrol goes in, but so obviously does the size of the jet. So now I've taken this out, I'm going to ring back and just check, because I'm thinking, did I change these already? Let's have a look. What size jet does it say in the carb? No, these are standard. I've got the manual over here, and it is listing these as standard size. So that's it. That is standard. So I'm now getting a bigger size, a bigger needle jet, and we'll see if that does anything. And it makes sense. So suck it and see. Really, that's all we can do. Fingers crossed. Just a quick correction, by the way. I said I've got 160's main jet. which I do have, but they're not standard. The standard is 150, and these are slightly bigger main jets. And again, that's from the rolling road, because I've got open bell mouths, and just at full throttle, it just thought they needed just a bit richer, because of the open bell mouths rather than air filter. So the standards are 150, but these are 160s. Okay, yeah. So I've got all the jet needles out now. Sorry, needle jets. I've got all the needle jets out now, and I've taken, these are the pilot jets that screw into the carb on the opposite side to the air screw. Now I say pilot jets because on a Premier carb, the actual pilot jet is built into this screw. On an ordinary carb that isn't Premier, the pilot jet is down inside the body of the carb. You'll actually find that there's a little brass cap where it's blocked off, and that's where the pilot jet's in there, and you can't get to it and you can't change it. But with a Premier, you unscrew this, and that gives you access to clear out all the guns that might be in there, but also you can change the size of your pilot jet if you want to. And the size of the pilot jet is denoted, you probably can't see it, there's rings, sort of grooves on the end of these pilot jets, and the number of grooves, the more grooves the bigger the pilot jet. I think I'm using 19s on my carbs. I think they come supplied with 17s. I think these are 19s. I have put 21s in, but I think these are 19s. It's part of my quest to try and sort the car problem. So those screws are out, and I don't know if you can see, but the holes are now exposed. So I've got my carb cleaner spray, and this is pretty wicked stuff. So I'm only going to give it. Normally I would do this outside because this stuff really does knock you out. So just going to spray that down inside the carbs. Yeah, just check we got. Yeah. So the fact is coming out of the other pilot holes suggests that it's all clear in there. But I'll probably give it, I'll give it, yeah, be careful, as I say, using that stuff, because it's, you can certainly have a party on that stuff, if you know what I mean. Okay, but I'm fairly sure now that everything's clean down in there. Because I thought the problem was why the carb wasn't working was because it was blocked, but it's not. It's because the throttle rod had snapped. But anyway, serendipity. I'm doing the carbs. And because I'm doing the carbs, I had looked through my carb box to see what bits I had and what bits I didn't have. And there is the exhaust rocker box cover. And see, I knew it would turn up. Now, I remember seeing it before, and I thought, I know, for some reason, this is up in the attic. I thought this is, and I was just, when we got the Christmas decorations down, when we go, I thought I'd rummage through the attic, and I'm so glad I had to look through my bits, see what bits of carb I had, and there it is. So, I'm really glad I'm looking at the carbs now, because I found the damn exhaust rocker box cover, and I wasn't where I was thinking it was. And so I would never have found it if I, why is it in my box full of carb bits? What can you say? But anyway, that sort of almost makes a job worthwhile on its own. So where were we? Right, okay, so we cleaned the carbs out, which I'm fairly sure is all needs doing on mine, because I don't think they are blocked at all. So just gave them a quick zap. Okay. Great stuff. Ordered the parts, throttle rods, and the new needle jets. when they come, we just bung them back together, get it on the bike, see how we get on. And of course, yeah, the new throttle rod. Pain, those things. Right, okay. I'll leave things there until the new parts arrive.